or plan to accomplish this year. And that, your intention set on that will help you to materialize it. If you are continuously behaving with attention. I want to go to my son, France, so I can run this way and fall, or I can go to the steps knowing that I'm not very good at jumping from heights, go down the steps and walk attentively without stepping on the brother's toe, without banging into the chair. It's my attention that will guide me to my intention. So when you are reading about OurStory, it's not the details. I will never be caught arguing with somebody, oh no, Dessalines had 3 buttons in his shirt and he had 4 buttons in his shirt. I don't really care. For all I know, maybe he didn't have no shirts at all that day. And it changes nothing. But what matters, he set the intention clearly. And he had the attention that was necessary to get to victory. And victory is when you reach your intention. Every time. And that is what is important. We don't have a debate about blue and red flag, black and red flag.
Absolutely.
If we're honest, if we're living with honor and respect, if we claim to talk about OurStory, then OurStory, according to what they say in the schools, has to have documents, right? What is the first constitution of the country?
1801.
The Imperial Constitution of 1805. So, if I take that constitution and read, I will find that Article 20 says the national colors are black and red vertical. What is the debate? What's the debate? There is no debate. If I take the next constitution, Constitution of 1806, there is nothing said about what is the flag. But I will find in different documents and reports that they do now have a blue and red flag. But I don't even have a document that says at what moment an official decision is taken. We're gonna find one down the road with President Jeffra, where the Constitution mentioned the colors of the flag. And that's the moment that they're gonna add the white square onto the flag. But before there was no white square. So, the information is clear. It's just a little bit of honesty and we can see. Now, let's go to our subject. Oh, good. Since we're talking about flags, let's jump in right with our sister, mother, and sister. Who am I going to talk about? Yes, sir. Catherine Flon. Okay. They have our children sing. C'est Catherine Flon, Flon, Flon. Non. Mon drapeau, po, po, mon joli petit drapeau, mon drapeau, po, po. Mon joli petit drapeau, c'est Catherine Flon qui a cousu mon joli petit drapeau. My problem with that song, you're telling my children, this is my flag, it's my tiny little flag, my little flag. Can anybody look at their own flag as little? It's not about size, but we're putting this in the children's mind that the flag is small. Even if it was this size, it's a great flag. that is my flag. See? So all these things we have to, with attention, we will recognize these crimes in the so-called his story books. So, what is the story with this young woman? Father is French, mother is an African woman, and she is very involved in the revolution. So when it reaches the point where Dessalines decided we should have, we're in 1802, excuse me. 1802, Dessalines says we have to start to prepare for our nation. We're gonna have our own nation. Nothing looked like that in front of him right now, but the man has vision. Yes, the colony is still there, powerful, crushing our people every day, cutting breasts, castrating men, frying people in hot oil, like this man Caradeux, this colonist Caradeux used to do. If you brought food to him and he felt the food was too salty or too dry, well, the person who cooked, he sends for you and he had those big frying things, put oil in it and drop you in it. If he felt the food was too spicy, he will slice your body like we do with fish and take the spice, put in the wounds that he did to you. And do you know that today in Haiti, there is an entire area of the country named after this monster? We have a lot of work to do. But in order to be able to do the work, we have to get into the facts. We have to learn to know who we are. And when we say our R is eternal. Who we are includes who we were 10,000 years ago, 20,000 years ago, 40,000 years ago, and who we will be 20,000 years from now. That's when we say as African, who we are, that's what we mean. That is what we mean. So we're stepping out of this his story, and let's get into our OurStory. And in our OurStory, there are many women very much involved in every part of the fight. So Catherine Flon is given the assignment to mount a commission that will start to reflect what colors should represent us once we become independent. She took several months. They debated for several months. And then the commission agreed that they would do it black and red, vertical. Black on the pole, representing a people with strong backbones, strong vertebrae, able to look at and plan their tomorrow. And red will be there to represent victory and the cost of this victory. That's what we have. That's what I found in England, Registry's Office, the report by Catherine Flon as to what the colors should be. Now, that's one woman. If we look at a woman like Marie-Jeanne, Marie-Jeanne has an army made of exclusively women, over 1,000 of them. She does not have any men in her army. There are many troops that have men and women, many of them. Dessalines' army has men and women. Toya's army has only her as female. Everybody in her army are male. So there are different combinations during the revolution. But Marie-Jeanne, her troop is entirely female. And what do? Basically, they're about collecting information, any information that will help our general to take the right decisions for victory in the fight. That means Marie-Jeanne is the person who knows, who's probably the first person to know that the French have stocks of whatever weapon or stuff right here. And when France is deciding to send 50,000, 90,000 troops to come and crush our fight and put us back into slavery, Marie-Jeanne has the information. Because on top of her military army of 1,000 women or plus, she has 2,000 spies working for her across the world. If Germany decides to do something, Marie-Jeanne got the info. If England is doing something, Marie-Jeanne got the info. And she brings it to the generals so they can take the proper decision. Just think 1 minute, use your mind. I don't even ask you to use your heart, just use your mind. How could a general know how to plan against these worldwide armies without information? Without the right information, the proper information, specific information. Yeah, I know, most of the books you read say, yeah, we won the fight against French. But be careful. We beat the Spanish army, we crushed the British army, and dismantle the French army and government. So let's not undermine our own actions. Our enemy cannot write our OurStory for us. Impossible. How can his great-grandfather and my great-grandfather went to war? And at some point, his father creates a school, and my father goes to that school. What do you think my father's going to learn? Let's be for real. When the church forced the Jeffra government in Haiti to sign the Concordat, this agreement, in order for the church to recognize Haiti's independence, Article 12 of the Concordat said, the church will have monopoly on public education. What is monopoly? Total and exclusive control. So what you and I have in our heads is what the church wanted us to have in our heads. Are we ourselves then?
No. Why Jesus is back in our head?
Of course. Okay? Of course, they're not going to tell you the behavior of justice, the behavior of kindness and magnanimous that our sheroes and heroes did. Of course not. They're going to reduce everything they did to its absolute minimal. And what are they going to do about their behaviors? I didn't hear you. Everybody's going, okay, bye. Okay? So we have to understand those basic principles. Anytime your enemy write your OurStory, they will dismantle it.
Absolutely.
Now, they claim that any population in the world has 52% women, which of course I don't believe to be true. I think even just in Haiti, the least proportion is 60-40. There are many more women than there are men in our country. Hey, so when you write his story, you eliminate 60% of the population right off the top. Then, where are the children? Absent. Where are the elders? absent. Let's look at the facts. When you look at the correspondence, not in the books, correspondence, then you learn that Toussaint Louverture's adoptive mother was Grande Pélagie, and she was 105 years old. His godfather, Pierre Simon Baptiste, is 116 years old at the time Toussaint is arrested by the French. And he is the only person who will accompany him from Henry, where they arrest him, to Gonaïves, almost 80 kilometers. And the French army didn't want anybody to follow Toussaint. Everybody else ran away. But that old man was there. They tied Toussaint to a horse. Every time he fell, it was looked like he was giving up. Then his godfather would rise and appear and say, "Get up, my son, get up. In our family, we never die laying down. Get up. We die standing up." And Toussaint would rise again and continue to be dragged by the horse until he got to Gonaïves. That old man was always there. This is a 116-year-old. He has no wheelchair. He doesn't have a nurse watching after him. Nobody bathes him. Why is it that we don't know that even under the most ferocious slavery system in the world, some of us live to be over 100 years? Dessalines' wife lived to be 110. She knows slavery. She knows freedom. She stands for education, health, and justice. She's clear on what she wants to be involved. She says, "Oh, no, don't call me La Générale." That was the practice. If your husband is general, they call you the general. No. There's only one military in our home. That's only me. It's education, health, and justice. So clear on her mission. When they created the first capital of Haiti, which is Dessalines, the town of Dessalines today, she has her house in one street, his house in another. And they love each other. But she says he has to defend freedom. So his house has to be an arsenal. But I don't have to live with guns and weapons around me. I need books, leaves, roots to do my work and stand for justice every time. Even when Dessalines was an emperor, Marie-Claire was, if he said something that wasn't correct, "I'm going to get angry and I'm going to do," she would say, "Excuse me, Majesty. Our Constitution says the emperors can do that. And Dessalines would say, "No, what I meant to say was..." It's not because you're married to somebody you have to tolerate every nonsense they want to do. They need your help, just like you need their help. It's a two-way thing. We're stronger when each one of us, one can help the other stay on the right path. So, yes, you'll have an idea of Empress Félicité in the book. You will meet her. You will meet our queen. We have a princess here at that table. Why is it in all those history books in Haiti, none of them mention Empress Félicité? Even if they say, you know how they refer to her? Madame de Saline. She's Dessalines' wife, period. Most people don't even know her name. And she's got the most gorgeous name. Marie-Claire Heureuse Félicité Bonheur. Every single name is a positive power name. Marie means one who enables the infinite to experience the finite. From Mariama in Aramaic. Claire, which brings light. Heureuse, who knows how to make others happy. So you see, you are happy because you know how to make others happy. Claire was félicité. Félicité means when you are in félicité, you are continuously stable in your emotions. Great things don't make you jump, oh, I'm so happy. And terrible things don't make you cry. Whatever happens, your feelings are stable. That's what félicité means. So this woman has all these powerful names. And on top of it, when they're gonna sell her, she is at Monsieur Bonheur's plantation. So her last name became Bonheur, happiness. And this woman is gonna rise from slave to free woman, to educator, to health provider, to justice provider, to constitutionalist, to impress. Would you demonstrate to us? Don't worry about where you are now. If you apply in your life discipline, courage, organization, planification, determination, you will be where you want to be. It's up to you. So,